adjustments is where students get hurt. 95% of the time, student injuries caused by teacher adjustment. All my injuries came from there. My lower back, I wrote the book on the lower back because I got pushed down in Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga. You know Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga, the first few poses, 4 beds, the teacher gets behind your back and pushes you down. These people have no idea what they're doing at all. It devastated my lower back. I had a permanent lower back injury. I see it as a blessing. I wrote the book, but I don't see it as a good thing for other people. This shoulder got injured in Prasthana C. They pushed me down way too hard, and then they opened my arms up, and I heard my whole shoulder snap. My knee, you know, hey, this is the direction. Or, hey, open your heart. You know, and I'm using like my fingertips, and I'm just coaching the action. I'm not grabbing, I'm not manhandling, I'm not doing anything strong. I'm not using my strength really, okay? And that's the second way. And then the third way is if you know the student really well, you know the pose really well, and you have experience in these things, then there are, of course, more intense adjustments. Like the spinal twist, where you're trying to like grab and then rope. Okay, so we will learn all of that stuff at week 3. Okay, week 3 towards the end, when you're all stronger, and you have more experience, then I will do a workshop, and I will start it with a quote by Jesus. Jesus says, "Know thyself." You ever heard that before? Know thyself. I think he said that. If he didn't say it, some of the other masters did. Know thyself. Why is that a good thing? Why would that be helpful to know yourself? Know yourself. Yeah, thyself means yourself. Why would that be valuable?
Once you know yourself, you know everyone else.
That is absolutely the answer. 100% the answer. Once you know yourself, girls, once you know yourself, you know everybody else. There's only one kind of mind. We all got it. The same kind. The kind that never stops torturing you. Never stops criticizing you. Never stops. You've seen your students. Because you don't know who they are. And you don't know what injuries they have. You don't know what history they have. You don't know how old they are. Unless you know that, you really don't know exactly what you're going to teach. Now, my job here in this training is to give you a huge tool belt. Yeah, a tool belt that then you walk into any job prepared. You're going to walk in? Okay. This is going to be a regular vinyasa class. That's easy. I throw that out of my pocket. I can do that in my sleep. Oh, okay. No, you girls are a little bit older. You know, oh, little people in their 55, 60. Okay, I'm going to do a little gentler vinyasa class. A little more child's pose. I'll make sure everyone has blankets on their knees. I'll make sure everyone's like, oh, wait a minute. This is a high school cheerleading team. Okay, we could do it a little bit more intense. We could start teaching some. You see? You don't know what you're going to really teach until you see who you're teaching. You're going to have the whole belt with all the tools, and then you just wait and see what job you got to do. Okay? And as you know anything about work and workmen, nobody can do anything without the right tools. Okay? You know, people that open locks for a living, the locksmith. I've done this example with you guys yet, but we'll get to it sooner or later. Because there's a difference between, well, we did a little bit of boat pose when I was, really getting strong. It doesn't matter if you like it or not, stay in the pose, keep breathing, 4, that stuff. That's me taking it, putting my hat of a personal trainer on and saying, let's go, don't stop. That's an emotional thing, motivation, and that's valuable in the core sequences. And we're going to learn how to do superficial core too, crunches and all that stuff, and then you're going to have to really get emotion motivating and get a better playlist. If you're teaching one person, because there's only one person in your class, or it's a private, don't scream at them. Don't be like performing, inhale, arms above your head, exhale. Hey, come on, it's just me. And in your daily life, you have to be masterful of how is your tone going to be read. I have experience with this, and so I am constantly shaping, with awareness you can do, shaping the tone of my voice as it's coming out of my mouth. I'm shaping the tones to make sure that I'm going to get what I want. Let me give you one more example. This is a funny example you guys are going to react to this. But like the forearm stand, I'm coming around to everybody, and people's people's books are sometimes in front of the mat and I need to be there, right? Well, after like 2 weeks, I would have assumed you would have known that, not after 2 days. So after 2 weeks, we're there, and now, okay. So when I'm jumping up, and I go to the next person. Now, the person's things are in the way. And I'm going to them. Well, I could pretend that I'm upset, even though I kind of like annoyed that, like, why don't they know that? They don't want, I could say, get your things out of the way. Or move your things. You know, and I can say in a tone that is clearly I am annoyed. Move your things. Or I can say, move your things. Move your things. Same words, same meaning, same effect. Tone of voice determines whether I'm mad or whether I'm not mad. And I could be mad, but I'm never going to show my tone of voice, ever. Because I keep my power. No one knows what I think. No. Oh, no. Of course not. Why would I let them? Huh?
Never. Never.
Well, I don't know about never. You know, some people may be really good, but they're not getting it from my tones of voice. Okay? Nor from my body actions, nor from anything. If they can get it, then they're really good. It's about anything about how many push-ups you do, anything like that. Okay, that's a very, very good question. Is where would you see the marker of somebody who is improving, so to speak? Well, they're improving because they're feeling more peace. They're improving because they're feeling healthier in their digestive system. They're feeling more energy. They can sleep better. You know what I mean? You know how many? Yeah, they're more aware. You know, how many people before yoga, they take pills to stay awake, caffeine, drugs to stay awake, caffeine, and then pills to go to sleep? Oh, God.
I don't know, if you eat meat, of course, it has vitamins, it has like scurvy with animal. I guess you are eating that
yes, you're eating fear and adrenaline.
Bad energy because it's
Yes, that's another point. That's absolutely true. Yeah.
and of course it's more acid to digest.
Yes, I'm just talking about that for now. I'm keeping it simple. We can talk about the spiritual part.
There's a lot,
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. Okay? From tight muscles perspective, how you eat matters. Okay? The hole is shallow. And so what's happening is literally bone into the bone compression. It will never change. Ever. Ever. The knee will never go down. The downward dog will never change. You have to decide whether you want to do downward dog or not, because it's not a good pose for you. You don't like it. I know you don't. It doesn't feel good for you.
It hurts a lot.
I know. We haven't talked about this. This is so obvious. I've seen this. And there's someone else with the same situation. I just can't put the picture to the shoulders right now. Okay, but I'll get it, and then we'll analyze it. So what we're saying is, if it's bone on bone, it will never change. The person has to accept it. Okay? So you got these high knees, and it's a bone on. How do you know it's bone on bone? That's, of course, the really important question. How would you figure it out? Well, you figure it out by one simple way is, the person's been doing yoga for 20 years, and the knees are still as high as like that. Well, that answers you. You don't even need to know anything else. That is the answer. You can't do the pose. Your muscles are too tight. Practice more. Practice more. It'll happen. That's what you're told. And that is true sometimes. So here's what I want to say. And you guys have already seen a few of your examples. You're a very good example of this in downward dog. Okay? And it's hard to see, like,